Hi Scorpio, this is Madhura and I have your reading for 19th February through 28th February. So this reading for you is for the February part of the Pisces season. How I pull these cards is I shuffle off camera because it takes a long time. And my deal with the universe is that as I'm shuffling, whatever cards fall out on the surface that I'm working on, could be the desk, could be the floor, whatever cards fall out, those cards are the answers for the questions that I've asked at the time. So here I have your essence and your current situation. Let's talk about that first, and then let's move on to these next cards, and I'll tell you what questions I'd asked. Okay, so for your essence, what I have, okay, so basically this is a general reading, Scorpios. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? All right. So what I have for your essence here is the Judgment and the Hierophant reversed. So what this feels like to me is you have a very good sense of leaving your past behind. So you're not necessarily influenced by it all the time. What happened in your past sort of stays in your past, or you have a way to release it so it stays in your past and you can live today as today. Yeah, you're good at living in the moment, you're good at living in the present, and you just maybe have developed a system, maybe have figured out how to release your past, how to let go. Yeah. And at the same time, I feel like you're a very private person. So why I ask for your essence and your current situation is I want to make sure that you know if these are the two tangible categories that are going to give you a sense of if the rest of the reading is going to resonate for you or not, because these questions are far more intangible. You're probably not going to have these answers right now, and that's exactly why you're even watching this reading right now, right? To find answers, probably. So these are your answers for your future. So you're not necessarily going to be able to you're going to be able to resonate with them if the reading's for you, but you're not really going to be able to confirm if these things work for you excuse me, or not. And then but the essence and the current situation are the categories that will help you realize if this reading is going to resonate with you or not. Okay, this part of the reading, I mean. So that's why I have your essence and your current situation. And in your essence, judgment, as I spoke about, releasing your past. And then with the reversed Hierophant, you seem like a very private person. Yeah. So you probably give to your community. Yeah, you always, there's a part of you that feels like an outsider to your own community. And you probably have a way of giving to your community, but you don't necessarily know how to receive back from it. So you almost detach yourself emotionally from your community, or what you would consider your community, in order to not be rejected. Okay. So yeah, so basically you're a very private person, and in your current situation you're loaded with energy, you're loaded with passion, but you just don't know where to go. Yeah. So it's almost as if you have a good sense of, you've released your past, it's your essence, it's your default setting, so that's like second nature to you. You're a very private person, you keep it to yourself, you keep your process of healing to yourself, you keep your process of moving forward to yourself. But what that's doing to you is you probably feel like you're lacking some sort of a support, some sort of guidance, some sort of direction, because you're refusing to ask for it. Yeah. Because of your second nature, because of your default setting, you keep going back into your own space, you keep going back um into your little energetic cave that you've built for yourself. And in that cave, it almost feels like there's not enough outlets, and you're holding on to all of this massive load of energy, but you just don't know how to focus it. You just don't know where to take it. Yeah. You just don't know where to go with it in order to make it productive. And that's probably making you feel like a lack of accomplishment, a lack of achievement. Aquarius had similar things in their reading as well. So yeah, that's your current situation right now that you're dealing with, I think. And the next question I ask is customized according to the current situation, right? So because of your current situation, I asked what should be your next step. Okay. And in order to make your life a little more productive, in order to feel more productive, yeah. And the Nine of Cups showed up. So the Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment, yeah. It's a card of that man has arranged his 9 cups properly right behind him, and he's sitting there with his hands folded. So it's very, very obvious that he on his level has done everything that he possibly could in order to be able to accomplish or achieve what he wanted to. And now it's up to the universe, it's up to external sources to bring you the excuse me, 10th cup. Okay. And cups being a suit of emotions and intuition, it's very internal, that the work that you've done has been very internal. But because you're loaded with Knight of Wands energy right now, um, uh, which is a more external energy. Wands is about passion, it's about drive, it's about what fuels you. So because you have all this energy and you feel like you're lacking direction, which is something very tangible, which is something very external, I feel like your next step has come out as the Nine of Cups is internal work. Realizing that you're not just sitting there with your hands folded, but you're sitting there with your hands folded after gathering these 9 cups. You don't know, you probably have forgotten how hard you had to work to gather these 9 cups. And those 9 cups have sort of lost their meaning for you because the 10th cup isn't here yet. Okay. And this energy that you are bubbling with right now, it's almost making you feel like, why am I not doing enough? Why am I not doing anything? I feel like I haven't done enough. I feel like I can do more, because you have so much energy pent up inside you. But what the universe is saying, that your next step needs to be re-evaluating how far you've come. Yeah. Knight of Wands is almost holding back that energy from the external world, right? From your external surroundings, keeping that energy within. All right. So the Nine of Cups is going to help you find direction for that energy, but it's going to be a very internal experience, because the reversed Knight of Wands and the upright Nine of Cups together are affording you the opportunity to make sure that you understand your own strengths. You understand how much you have achieved, how much you have done for yourself so far. Okay. In that, in achieving that next step, your biggest challenge is the lovers reversed. So this card reversed, um again, I feel like is trying to take you within. Yeah. So your biggest challenge is going to be achieving a balance within your divine masculine and your divine feminine, and finding, so the Lovers upright talks about achieving that balance with your external surroundings. Yeah. Achieving that balance with your partner. But we all have a divine masculine and a divine feminine within us. And the Lovers reversed usually points to the discrepancy that has developed within ourselves, within our divine masculine, within our divine feminine, and not really with the external world. So because you're such a private person, um, because this energy is pent up inside you, what the Lovers is suggesting reversed as your challenge, the challenge, that the biggest challenge you're posed with right now, in order to be able to look at your 9 cups and pat yourself on the back and understand how much you've already done, even though the 10th cup hasn't arrived yet, is the Lovers reversed is trying to bring your attention um, to finding that balance within, to finding those 9 cups that you've achieved, and looking at them and knowing within yourself, not blaming yourself, not judging yourself for not having achieved that 10th cup yet, but looking within and telling yourself that you have achieved everything that was possible for you to achieve on your own, and now you have to let go a little bit and let the universe work its charm. Okay. And that's going to be your biggest challenge, for the dates of February 19th through February 28th. And your biggest advice being the Ten of Wands. Yeah. So, your biggest advice is, even if it's exhausting, even if it feels like you're all alone, even if it feels like you have no help, getting to that finish line, even if it feels like you just haven't done your best, yeah, getting to that finish line and starting anew. Okay, I feel like that's your biggest advice. This is your next big step. This is your advice. This is your challenge. And unless you overcome your challenge, where you find that balance within yourself, where you look at your 9 cups and you know for a fact that all those 9 cups are your achievement. It could have been that you worked so hard for it physically, or it could have been that you healed so much of your emotion and you're cleared so many parts, emotional parts within yourself, to be able to understand and trust your intuition. Or it could be the balance you need to achieve between your divine masculine and your divine feminine, that you have in fact worked to achieve. Not just only the physical things you do, only the physical things you achieve, only the tangible things you achieve are not your achievements. Emotional achievements are just as valid, mental achievements are just as valid. If there was a situation 5 years ago that you would have responded to very aggressively, something that would have made you explode, something that would have made you doubt yourself, doubt your abilities, um, would you respond the same way today to a situation, to a similar situation? And if you wouldn't, if you've matured, if you understand um, how the situation was important, how that suffering was important, how that lesson was important, you've already come a far way. You have collected 9 cups already on your way to wherever you have arrived in the last 5 years. So, knowing, learning, teaching yourself that you've done enough, that you just need to trust yourself. You just need to, when you go within, don't go within because you fear the public sphere, because you fear judgment, because you fear criticism, because you fear other people's opinions, but go within because you want to find that balance within yourself. So the external opinions, external judgments, you'll have a good sense of what is to be taken, what is to be respected, what is to be left alone. Okay. And with the judgment card right here in your essence, where you have a good sense of releasing your past, I believe this is your opportunity to also develop a good sense of trusting yourself. Yeah. Not avoiding outside opinions because you fear doubting yourself, but developing a feeling of security, a sense of belongingness to yourself, that you can have a healthy belongingness to your outside circumstances, to your community. Yeah. So that's your reading, Scorpio, for February 19th through February 28th. I'm going to pull out some angel guidance cards and some guidance from these mini doors, and then a spell card before we go. And it might take a while to shuffle these angel cards, but stay with me, okay? Life purpose. Okay, I'm going to read out from the book exactly what this card would like to tell you. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. This card comes as a reminder that you needn't struggle to find your life purpose. Don't worry about how to make good money in a meaningful career. Don't concern yourself with quitting or starting jobs or professions. Instead, follow the path of your natural desires, talents, and passions with the full intention of bringing joy to yourself and others. Your life purpose doesn't need to be defined or pinpointed. It's a process, not a category. Additional meanings: give all worries about money or career to God and the angels. You're on the right path toward your life's purpose. Focus on one step at a time with respect to your life's purpose and release fears about the future to the angels. What you're doing right now is part of your life's purpose. Okay, so that's your angel guidance. Let's see what the door would like to tell you. Bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. Yeah. So it's asking you to bless your surroundings, to clean up your surroundings a little bit if you're um, sitting in a mess. Yeah. Reverse Knight of Wands probably means that you're all over the place right now. You have a lot of energy, so you're maybe starting a lot of things and you're getting distracted. Like if you're cleaning your room, you'll find a couple of things and you'll get distracted. You'll start fixing them, then you'll go back to cleaning your room, but then find something else, and then again. So your energy is probably all over the place. So your advice also being finish something. Yeah. Make sure you're finishing something. And if cleaning your space is something that you keep starting but then not finishing, try that. Try with something so small, so tiny, is just clean up the space you exist in and see if that changes anything about this Knight of Wands. Okay, this is the image on the door card. Okay, and then let's see what we are getting for the spell card. One enchanted evening, the perfect night. Keep it with you if it makes any sense. Yeah. If you need a night off, maybe, yeah, take that night off. Don't feel guilty about not having done anything productive, because productive for you right now, because of this reading, I feel like, is staying still, is staying in one spot, looking around. And because your essence is also about releasing the past, you're probably also releasing the good things that you did in the past. And that's why you're having a hard time looking at those Nine of Cups, because you've already released those achievements, because you already feel like, okay, I'm past that. Now, where's my 10th cup? So, what's productive for you right now is going within, is sitting still. How do you have the patience to sit still in order for that 10th cup, to make space for that 10th cup? Because if the space that the 10th cup is supposed to take in your life, if that space is already taken over by anxiety, by paranoia, it's probably not going to come, because if there's no space for it, where's it going to go, right? So sitting still, maybe meditating, maybe going for a nature walk, maybe having a fun night with friends where you're not really thinking about regretting wasting time. Yeah, maybe a space where you're not really feeling as if you just aren't doing enough. Just take that time to yourself. Create a space where you can just um, get away from these anxieties and make space for that 10th cup. Yeah. Fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. Yeah, so I feel like your reading is pushing you towards some spiritual awakenings, okay, Scorpio? So yeah, this is what I have for you. Um, if it resonates with you, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Tell me in the comments how much of this resonated. If you have any questions, put them down below and I can answer to the best of my ability. And that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.